One of the first things I did when I moved into my condo was buy a smart door lock. It increases the convenience level by 1,000,000%. Trust me, I can't live without one. So in today's video, while I stand here awkwardly against my door, I'm going to tell you about the new Veise smart lock. So let's have a closer look at what's inside of the box. So we have the touchpad, or the front part of the lock, along with this cable that will feed inside of your door. Then we have the back part of the lock, which will also encase the batteries. And we have the inner part of the back lock. This is where we're going to connect both pieces of the lock together. And then we have the mounting bracket. This is a very important piece. And what's also included is a brand new deadbolt along with all of the mounting hardware. And we get 2 sets of keys and NFC cards. So I'm going to start off by removing my old door lock, which oddly was very satisfying to do. And luckily I'm going to use those batteries for the new door lock. Now I'm removing the old deadbolt and placing in the new one. I'm also removing this old cover from the door, and that way this lock will perfectly fit on this door. Make sure you feed that cable through the door because we're going to be connecting it a little bit later. Now we're going to be taking the mounting bracket, and there is a side that's labeled to go against the door. So make sure you get that right. Put in the included screws and align it with the outside part of the lock and screw it in. I recommend using a manual screwdriver though. Now we're going to take the back side and connect it to the front side with that cable. We're going to take 2 of the smaller screws. Make sure this blue part is installed on the deadbolt latch because that's what's going to make everything turn. So once everything is connected, we're going to install the back part of the lock. Put in those 2 smaller screws right here, and we are going to install the batteries and give this lock a test with the manual keys. And everything seems to be working nice and smoothly. So once fully installed, it should look something like this. All right. So I have an HOA. It matches the brownish black colors that are needed for the external of my condo. So it's perfect. It blends right in. The keypad is really nice. It lights up whenever you touch it. There's this nice green LED bar that lights up whenever the door is locking or unlocking. We also have an NFC tap reader right here, fingerprint sensor, and of course our standard key lock right here, manual key lock, something that I probably will never use and you will never use unless there's an emergency and you can't get into your home. So overall, the look aesthetically is really nice. There's this awesome rubber gasket, so there is some weatherproofing that comes with this door lock. So if there is some rough weather, don't worry, no water is going to get into the door lock. So this lock works with the KK Home app, so make sure you download that and it will immediately detect your door lock after you make an account. Very simple app. Just tap this blue icon to lock and unlock your door. You can access the different settings, rename your lock, and you can reset it as well and unbind it. Here we can find the activity of who unlocked your door and when. This is great to see. So we have a full history there. Now under the settings is where you're going to find the master PIN code, and this is just meant for you. You can create other PIN codes for your guests that will be temporary or permanent depending on how you set it up, and I'll show you how to do that in just a moment. So once you've done that, we're going to add our fingerprint. We're going to click on next and just place your fingerprint over the sensor 8 times and name it however you like. You can add multiple fingerprints if you like as well. Now you can see how it works. It reads your fingerprint very quickly and unlocks the door within a few seconds. Now we're going to take the NFC card function, and all you have to do is just tap it up against the door lock and it will recognize it immediately. So you can unlock your lock like this too. After that, we can go ahead and add temporary PIN codes for your guests. Very simple process. Again, this app is nothing but simplistic. Now, something I do want to note is that the door lock calibrates itself when it turns on. So do not install the batteries to test the door lock before installation, because this is just going to mess up the orientation of the door lock. Trust me, I ran into that problem. So make sure everything is installed. Then plug in your batteries, give the door lock a minute or 2 to turn on and calibrate itself. You're going to see it lock and unlock automatically. That's how it's going to determine the orientation of your door. Now, let's say you didn't do that. You can always reset the door lock manually. They give you a reset pin, so you just press it into the reset
button area, and the door lock will recalibrate once it turns on again.
And if the lock runs out of battery, you can hook up a power bank to the USB-C port at the bottom for emergency power.
So overall, the installation, very easy. The app is even easier to understand. It's extremely simple. So if you're interested in the Veise smart door lock, I highly recommend it. Check out the link down below. Let me know what you think about it in the comment section, and I'll see you in another video. Peace.